Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome to my channel. This is Memes Plays. I'm Memes, and just want to kind of make a video that was very highly requested for different types of Dooney leathers, because if you go to the Dooney.com website, you'll see a really large collection of different leathers that they have, and it could get a little confusing as to which is the best quality or what is the best leather for you. So I'm going to try to make this a short video as much as possible. It might turn into a two-part video if I feel like I need to give you guys more information. But as usual, get yourself comfortable, get ready. I'm going to have my glass of wine ready to go. So hope you like the video. So the first leather I'm going to be talking about, I wish you guys could see, I have some of my bags here with me. I didn't want to bring all of them. This is not a collection video. This is just trying to explain to you the different types of leathers that Dooney has. So I'm going to try to do my best to explain, but please comment below if there's a particular leather that I don't have that you want to know more information about, and I can do an in-depth tutorial of maybe more bags that even I don't have, but I can give you more information on. So the first I'm going to start off with was one of the latest bags that just came out again. So Dooney has a collection that I love, a leather that I love, that is in between a softer leather and a durable leather, and I absolutely love it. I'll tell you why. It's the Raleigh collection. The first one I've ever purchased, I've only been able to find at an outlet store. I've never seen it on their website until recently. They relaunched the Raleigh leathers and they have it in the small and large satchels. So I'm going to show you the first one I ever bought, which was my first Dooney I ever bought myself at an outlet. So here she is. This is a large, or large for me, but it's called a medium satchel. This is a Raleigh satchel in the color Oyster, and I love this bag because it's so durable. I do not have to worry about the weather. I don't have to worry about where I'm going to place the bag or if it's going to get scratched. It does not get scratched. It's very easy to clean. It is a little bit softer than a Florentine leather, which I'll show you in a bit. It has all of the beautiful features of a Florentine satchel. By that I mean the stitching, the red zipper lining, and the green suede lining inside. Okay, so that's more or less the reason why I absolutely love this bag the most, because it has all of the luxury features of a Florentine without the care and maintenance of a Florentine. So this is the Raleigh satchel that came out a while ago, that I first bought maybe over a year ago now, but I couldn't find it online. So let me show you now the Raleighs that came out online recently, which may still be available at ilovedooney.com, and then we'll compare the two. So this is the small Raleigh satchel in the color Butter. I hope I'm saying that right. Raleigh, whatever. So this is in the color Butter. It's a bright yellow, and I love this color. But what I noticed when I got this bag from what I already have, I feel like this is a little bit more structured, and then this is a little more on the pebble leather side. It's still very structured, but I don't know. I feel like there's too much texture. I could be completely wrong. Maybe it's just because it's a medium and a small. They made these first, and then they came out with these about a year, or maybe more than a year later. So I don't know if they changed their production on the leather, but it is somewhat smooth. If I can probably zoom in a little bit. I do have some texture here that was normal with the bag, but you can see all of the little texture, which very much reminds me of a pebble leather without that stiff pebble leather finish. I know it might be a little confusing, so I'm sorry about that. This is very similar. I'm going to show you what a pebble leather now looks like in comparison. So this is my Zip satchel in pebble leather. We're going to zoom in a little bit. This is also a super duper low maintenance leather. I absolutely love it. This is a very, it's a pretty common leather you see in a lot of different designers. Dooney does something with their leathers that's just amazing, and I absolutely love it. So if we zoom in a little bit, you see that same type of texture on the bag. And now let's look at, let's see if I could get you right here. So the texture is just a little bit more defined on the pebble leather, and it's smaller. All these little like textures are just a little bit smaller. So that's really the main difference between the pebble and the Raleigh Satchel. They're both very structured leathers, so you'll definitely not get a droopy bag. Even with a ton of wear, you still won't get a droopy bag. But both of these types of leathers are very low maintenance. Literally, it doesn't matter if it's storming outside, raining, you can put it on the floor, pick it back up, wipe it down with a damn towel or something like that, and they're good to go. These are very low maintenance. So if you do not want super high quality, having to just be very careful where you put your bags, any one of these two leathers are fine. I think the price point is more or less about the same. I don't really see that there's much of a difference. Check out their sales. You can probably get a really good deal with any bag that has these leathers. But Raleigh only comes in the Satchels in this style of bag. They do have a crossbody, which I think is more smooth than this. This is why I was so confused. But they do have a small crossbody and maybe one other style that comes in this leather, but mainly this is what you're gonna see. Other hand, in the pebble leather, they've got a ton of styles, and this is just one of the ones that I have. I have others, but this is just one of the ones I wanted to pull out and show because this is probably one of the most popular bags. All right, so we've got those two out of the way. So this is also a pebble leather. Okay, this is a pebble leather satchel, super structured. And the reason I brought this out is because I also wanted to compare a satchel pebble leather with the next leather, which is a Samba. Samba is so difficult to find online. I actually was able to find the Samba in a trade in the Facebook group that I'm a part of. So difference between a Samba is way squishier. This will get a little droopy. This will get much softer. It does look a little stiff because I have it very packed up and full. Sorry, excuse my dogs. They tend to go a little crazy. They will sag a little bit. They will get just squishier, more comfortable. This is such a comfortable bag to use and to carry. It's not overly stiff. Like the pebble leather, but again, if I zoom in, you'll see the texture, which is very similar to the pebble. If we compare the two, okay, this has a little bit more defined texture. The texture definitely pops up a lot more on the pebble satchel than on the Samba. The Samba, you can tell it's a much softer material, very, very soft, very comfortable to use. Sambas, I think I've only seen it in satchels. I don't think I've seen a Samba anything else. Different colors, of course, maybe even different sizes, but the small Samba satchel is a very, very popular size, very hard to come by. There may still be some on the I Love Dooney website, different colors, but they tend to go really, really quickly. You can always check out a Facebook group and see if anybody, or eBay, if anybody has one for sale or for trade. But I love this bag because it's very soft. So now we're going to go to the little higher quality, or actually the much more higher quality leathers that Dooney offers. Before I do that, one of my favorite leathers also. This is the Toscana collection. The Toscana collection is a very high-end leather. The smell of this leather is amazing. You can see it is very, very smooth. Usually their Toscana bags have little to no texture whatsoever. I love this bag. I love all the details that come in this particular style. They do have other styles available, about 4 or 5 different styles that you can choose from if this is not one that you like. This will get scratched easy. You can try to buff it out. I don't use my Toscana or Florentine bags every day, but I do think that the Toscana might be a little bit more durable than the Florentine because it doesn't easily get wet spots, at least in this color. Maybe if you get a different color like a red or something bright like that, or a black or dark brown, you will probably not have to worry about it. And so I'll show you some small marks that mine has gotten with time. It's really hard to find marks when you have a dark Florentine bag, which is why I have this color and why I love it. But you'll be able to see just a little bit of scratches, because this is the part that goes up against my body when I wear it as a crossbody, if I have my hands full. So let's see if I can. All right, so up here you'll see a couple of scratches. It's very, very small, barely visible. So the scratching is hard to see on these, but it does scratch. Unlike all the other leathers, you do have to worry about that. I was very paranoid at first when I was wearing it as a crossbody. Any Florentine or Toscana bags that you have as a crossbody, to me, it's just, I'm just so cautious about it, because it's rubbing against your clothes, rubbing against other things, and it's gonna scratch easy. But beautiful leather bag. It is textured. It does soften it up a little bit with time, but I absolutely love it. The Toscana does come with a dark brown suede interior lining, and then see if you can see here, this is a light leather lining, so the entire bag is leather. Very prestige, very high end, and for the price that Dooney has in their bags, I mean, you can't beat that. Sorry Louis, sorry Chanel, you guys are bringing me regular standard leathers at ridiculous prices. I can't do that. This is super high end leather. You won't find this on a high end bag at this price. No way. I'm sorry. And the straps on the Toscana, at least with these bags, I think all of them actually, they're really thick and nice. They're very comfortable. This is like a canvas, very soft canvas kind of material. So this is a Toscana. Now, lastly, what I have is a Florentine satchel. I do have other colors, but I brought this one out because this is the latest one I have. And I know you guys have seen a lot of satchels already, so I wanted to bring out a different style. So very similar to the Toscana, right? This is also very smooth, nice to the touch. It is very structured, okay? There is a lot of structure in Florentine, but it will soften with time and use. So if you use this as your daily bag, after a while, it might start to get just a little bit softer on you. You may get a couple of crinkle lines on the sides, depending on the style of the bag. This one already comes this way, but you may get some dents, things like that, and that is going to be really hard to get rid of. That just comes with the use of the bag. Okay, scratches, same thing. I think Florentine is the one bag that scratches the most in the Dooney collection. Rain also is not your friend with a Florentine. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how many layers of whatever you want to put on this to protect your bag. Not safe in the rain. Okay, you will get spots. However, the reason why I have one in black, which I am obsessed with, again, like the Toscana, you can't see any of that. You can't see the drops. You can't see the scratches. You can't see the wear and tear, which is amazing. So if you are on the fence about, you really want to try a Florentine bag, you don't have one, you want to experience this luxury leather, I would recommend having your first Florentine be a darker shade, black, brown tomorrow, anything like that that's on the darker range. Stay away from the reds, the whites, the original natural tan color that will show all kinds of wear and tear on it. I do not have a natural in my collection. I will be getting one very soon. Hopefully this year for Christmas I can get one, but I know for a fact it will not be used often. I love to preserve my bags and keep them looking new as long as possible, so I would probably not wear that one as much. I recently just started using this one, and I barely reach for anything that's Florentine just for that. And we've been having tons of rain for the last 3 months here in Miami, Florida, so I do not reach for this. I may reach for the Toscana, and I'm going to bring this one closer. You are going to see that there is a little bit of texture. I think that's a really good shot there. Look how smooth this Florentine is. Now, Florentine should be this smooth, okay? But there may be times, depending on the type of the section of the leather that they use to make that particular bag you may have a little bit of pebbling, which could look a little bit like this on your Florentine leather. Feel free if you want to return it or research it. It's really hard for some of us to get these bags on hand if we do not have an outlet nearby or Macy's nearby. But try your best to find a smooth Florentine, unless it's limited edition color or style that you're looking for and you're willing to settle for it, no problem. I personally try to get it as smooth as possible because that's when you can really tell the high quality of the bag. So if you see the Toscana next to it, although this is smooth, you can still see some of these lines and textures, right, on the Toscana, especially up here. Here on the pocket, look how smooth that really looks. But if you look at the bag itself, you do have texture. Okay, so those are all the little things to consider. I think the Toscana leathers are a little bit more durable, in my opinion again. But, you know, try it out. Try your bags. These are all phenomenal bags. All of these bags will last you 20, 30 years if you take care of them. If you keep them in their dust covers, if you keep them away from children and pets. If you have a couple that you can rotate. Right now with the bad weather, I almost never even reach for Dooney bags. I reach for some of my older bags that are just something I'm used to, that I don't have to worry about, that I can just throw. Or I'll get a pebble leather whatever bag and use that when it's a rainy season. But definitely my favorite go-tos. I think I'm going to increase my collection on these leathers. Obviously the price point on these two are very high. Not anything like a Louis Vuitton or Chanel or Gucci or anything crazy like that. But the Toscanas, for example, retail, if it's not on sale, they could go as high as $400 or $500. But I've seen them in ridiculous deals on the Dooney website for under $200 or in the to mid range. So I hope this video was somewhat informative for anyone who had doubts or questions about the different types of leathers. Dooney does have a whole list of different types of styles and leathers that they offer. Check out their website, go to Dooney.com. Also check out their sister website, ilovedooney.com, which is their outlet pricing, if you're looking to just save a little bit there. And just experiment. You are not going to be unhappy with any Dooney bag, I guarantee you. You are going to have a bag that's going to last you a very, very long time. Once I figured out what Dooney was all about, what they were offering as far as quality in their bags, I became quickly obsessed, and everything I own now is Dooney, and I would never look back. I look at the Louis Vuitton bags, and I look at Gucci bags all the time, and I look at some of the Coach bags, and, you know, at the price point of some of these higher luxury designer bags, they're not offering the best quality leather. They do have quality in maybe their finishing and their stitching and their design. Absolutely, those qualities are without a doubt gorgeous, and you are paying for that. But for the amount of leather, the type of leather, some of these bags offer a canvas, coated cotton leather, or coated canvas, maybe even pebble leather. But you don't see any of these Italian quality, high quality leathers for this price point. I have yet to see that. If you do have a designer that you know that has this quality of leather, the Florentine, this is kind of that kind of leather of luxury for handbags, please comment below. Let me know. I would love to check out new designers and experiment with my collection. If you guys have any questions about any of the bags I just showed you, you want more information on any of these leathers, just comment below and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So cheers to you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day wherever you may be. Bye. Dooney has, which is one of my favorites, is their oyster leather. Their oyster handbags, scratch that, oyster. Rewind.